this game. Some of the greatest fighters that ever lived, they're black. So, it's just surprising. It's not surprising it's racism. It's surprising that it's out front now. But I've always said that, there's been a lot of racism in the game, just in general. Just like I said with Top Rank back in the day, not wanting to promote, and just how they say Bud can't sell and all this other shit. That's typical shit of them, what I'm saying. I'm not surprised at all by any of it. But blacks have really built this game up to what it is. And no matter, Mexicans are great. You got great Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Ricans is just, black people that got dropped off the boat first. They wanted to get dropped off the boat first. We came to the state. But you got great Puerto Ricans. You got, but at the end of the day, man, black fighters in general really built this game up to what it is today, and put the game on his back.
And speaking of black, man, salute to my man Sock, man, my African brother, man. Salute to my brother Sock, man.
Sock came too.
What's the update on those reparations?
What's up? Say that again.
What's the updates on the reparations?
Hey, he deserved 10,000 lashes for that. You see what he just said?
Well, Sark is voting for Trump, man. I saw him with a MAGA hat on the other day, man.
Nah.
But Isha, let me ask you this: when you see a guy like Emiliano Vargas, man, a lot of people think he'll stop Abdullah Mason. How good can Emiliano Vargas be?
Well, he's from the right bloodline, and I never say, just because your dad was great, it don't really trickle down to you being great. But he's got the right person there. His dad accomplished everything he could accomplish in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So having that kind of person right by your side to kind of give you pointers is a good look. Because Vargas is one of the best ones at that weight at that time. That '96 class, me and him was in the same class. He came out and took the world by storm and lived up to the hype. He fought some great fights against Trinidad, great fights against Shane, great fights against Oscar. Fell short in a lot of those fights, but to have that as your pops is good. Now, if he could beat Abdullah Mason, I don't know, man. That I don't know. That may be a little, just a little too much to chew at this moment. But he's good, man. I think he's good. It's good what their dad is doing for them, the Vargases. So I don't know. I don't know if I would take that fight just right at this minute. I mean, but now they seem to got these kids fighting early. That could be good, and that could be good, and that could be a bad thing, because a lot of people don't bounce back quick enough after their first loss.
I feel what you're saying.
Real quick, BB, I'm gonna pause real quick because Sock is on. I want to introduce Sock to the panel, let him get his 2 cents. But I think Abdullah Mason is a special talent. So that but I like what they're doing with these young guys, moving them up a little by little. They're getting fights in. They're fighting often in a year. So eventually, those are future matchups that we may see that just look good. Like the eye test, like right now, both of them they look good. I would favor Abdullah right now, but you never know. But my man Sock is on. Welcome, Sock. You late, always consistently late, but you always here. And we were talking about Beterbiev and Bivol. So if you want to go in and talk and give your prediction also, and then we'll just get into it.
I mean, it's a happy Friday to everybody on the panel. Salute to the Hall of Fame. We have, out of 6 people here, we have a Hall of Famer. So I don't think we've acknowledged that.
That's true. Yeah. Congrats, Ishe.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
How was that?
That was good. That was good, man. Got to see a lot of fighters, a lot of people. Got to see somebody that I came up with, and got a lot of Winky. I haven't seen Winky in so long, man. So it was good. But Winky don't be out. He don't be outside like that. So it was good to finally see him after being at some of his fights and being in the same camp with him with Gary Shaw for so many years. And it was good just seeing everybody, and also to cement that as into my career. It was awesome, man. I had a good time.
Good. Salute and well earned. And you still hold the distinction as the first native-born Las Vegas world
Yeah,
champion. Is that correct?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, the
No,
first.
no one could ever take that away from you.
No, no one can
Yeah.
ever take that away, man.
Yeah, you got one of my favorite moments. He said, "Man, you cried like a newborn when you won, man."
Oh man, I did, man. That was real tears, man.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't LL Cool? Did you have to check LL?
Yeah, because he said you shouldn't be crying like that, and I was just like, bro. And I was an LL fan, so I'm like, bro, if you
You was?
yeah, up until that point, big LL fan back in the day.
I remember.
Disrespect, I'm like, bro, if you came up the way I came up and dealt what I dealt with, you would be crying too.
Did he apologize? Did he reach out?
I think not personally. I thought he should have personally did something, but it is what it is, man.
If I see him, I let him know. I got you.
But real quick, so we could move forward on the other fights in the card and anything, and talk about other topics. But Sock, what do you feel about tomorrow's matchup, the undisputed fight?
It's a great matchup. I just hope that we get the best version of both fighters. That's the only thing you can hope for. In terms of a fight fan, I'm not afraid to say I'm openly rooting for Beterbiev because I like John Scully, who's part of that crew. And I think Beterbiev, if he's right, I think he wins by stoppage because up till now, that's all he does, But he has shown vulnerability in the past. He's been in some dog fights, and I think that some people will say that's mileage on the engine, but I think that shows the true character of a fighter. I think I wouldn't be shocked if he gets dropped early or gets cut, but he's still able to keep coming forward. And his knee, because the fight was postponed because of a knee surgery. I don't know I'm sure you guys mentioned that. Bivol's going to have to fight a very smart fight. He's going to have to keep his ego in check. And the cool thing about it, they know each other, So there's that domestic rivalry. They're both part of that great Russian amateur system. So, I mean, I can't see how this fight is a dud. I really can't. My heart is with Beterbiev, but I'm afraid that Bivol might be a little too fresh, and could probably outpoint him. But I'm rooting for Beterbiev.
Okay. Any prediction? Everybody on the panel predicted Beterbiev to win.
Come on, yeah. I was just about to say that, Sock. You riding the fence, man. Pick a side.
Yeah,
man. This is your open.
I wish this fight was on ESPN instead of. Is it pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, but the fight is on ESPN. That fight.
ESPN.
The
free.
main card is ESPN free.
Like I don't have to use my binoculars to look over the fence.
Yeah,
it's regular. I can just hit power. That's it.
Only the Arthur and Bivol fight is on ESPN Plus. Everything else is on pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all you have to do, Sock.
So wait,
Okay.
so if you got ESPN Plus, you can watch it.
Okay.
Only that fight. Only the main event.
As it should be.
What about the other? What about the other fights? You gotta have pay-per-view.
It's a pay-per-view.
There's on DAZN pay-per-view.
The dude that watched Anderson is on the undercard, right?
Because what happened was it was supposed to be Shakur as the main event for that pay-per-view, but Shakur pulled out because of his injury. So Bivol and Arthur had already been moved to ESPN Plus.
Okay.
So ESPN.
So that was supposed to be that was.
So you can watch it on ESPN Plus, but if you want to watch the pay-per-view, you gotta buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The undercard. The undercard.
Yeah.
It's the undercard. You gotta buy it. You gotta buy that on DAZN. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but let me ask you this real quick. Follow through. I see you got a Houston hat on, man. I gotta ask you one question, man. Is it just me? Is Katy, Texas, and Houston not one of the best places to live, bro? Like Houston, man, they doing it big down there, man. They doing it big in Houston, man. Salute to Houston.
Yeah. I mean, Houston. It's a bunch of good places to live down here. Katy ain't the only spot, No,
that's what I said. Yeah. Katy and Houston. I said it's a dope place, man. I went to what was that? This place called Aunt Bill's. Oh my God. Oh my God! You go to Houston, man.
Yeah,
Check that spot out, man.
You should come visit us, man. You should come down here for the Tank fight, man. If you're a Tank fan.
Oh, I'm not a Tank fan, but I'm gonna be in the house, man. I'm gonna be in the house.
You go. People will be lying though, man.
I'm going. Hey, Ishay, man. You saw this dude talking to me. See how you talk? You got that Ryan Garcia stuff, man.
I'm not even saying.
Hey, Ishay, I want to ask you a question real quick. Who your favorite young boxer right now in this new era? Who you like, man?
It was Tank, but then me and him fell out because he got mad because I was supporting Devin during the whole PED allegations. Like I really fucked with Tank, so he got like really mad on some.
I was gonna ask you that.
No
if I was
shit, he got
sorry.
He got mad.
If I was gonna ask you that, I was gonna ask you because I'm sorry, 503, because you talked about Tank before on our show and how you was a big fan of Tank, but ever since the Devin and the Ryan and how Tank has been backing Ryan Garcia and stuff. I was gonna ask you how you felt about that. So sorry to cut you off.
He was on some real like love affair type shit. Like I've never seen a fighter protect another fighter's image. That like I don't like coming up in this game, man. I've spent 20 years in this game, and I had people in my weight that would lose or win or lose, and I was just like, damn, the motherfuckers didn't think you. But I never was at a point where I glorified somebody in my weight losing like the way these guys. It almost feels like I'm like, Tank, you're great, bro. Like you're one of the best in the game. Like, why do you keep bringing up weight, calling people weight bullies? Why do you bring this kind of stuff up? Because it low key makes it seem like you're scared. When you start mentioning weight and fight somebody your own weight, and I'm not fighting this guy because he's that way. Like, dude, I've never seen so many fighters care about weight in my life. Like, it's the weirdest.
You never hated nobody, Ishay?
No, I mean, I never hated nobody to the point where the person that beat him, I'm basically got some love affair with the dude, like sticking up for him, even capping for him when he tests positive for drugs. Like I've never, like that shit was weird to me, bro. That shit was very weird to me. And I'm like I said, I'm a Tank fan. I'm still a Tank fan. Like, we just don't fuck with each other no more because it is what it is, bro. I mean, you mad because I support Dev, like I'm gonna support Dev. I'm gonna support anybody against somebody that cheated. Like he cheated, bro. Don't matter if it was a pinch or an inch. It don't matter what it was. You cheated. Why is it in your system? So I don't get that, man. But I think today Tank is one of the best ones going. I like a lot of the young fighters at Top Rank got a lot of the young, like Abdullah Mason. They good, man. That whole PVC shit is just it's a little weird now. Those guys aren't active at all, man. And, the Charlo against Cornflakes fight. That's some crazy shit.
Let me ask you about your boy out of Vegas. What you think about Kermel?
Kermel's good, man. He puts his punches very well together. My only problem with him is that they got him focused so much on his offense is that he never worries about what's coming back. So my only thing that worries me with him, because I've seen him get touched up in some of his fights. My only thing is when he step up competition and you fighting a motherfucker that's fighting back and want the same thing you want, how is he gonna be able to take that? Because when you reach a certain level in competition, the motherfuckers just gonna be getting stopped, man. They fighting back, and it's just how he gonna be able to take those punches is what I worry about. But other than that, man, offensively he's good, man. But I think they need to work on his defense a little bit.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this, man. We have young boxers all the time that come on. What would you say to a young boxer, man, who's struggling to get out of the amateurs and become pro? How would you say what would you do to keep your mind, in the right place? Because there's a lot of discouragement in boxing, man. How did you keep your mind in the right place?
Well, you gotta stay focused. Because for me, I always just realized boxing was no off season, So You can't. There's no holidays for a fighter. There's no off days for a fighter. You got you can't be partying, drinking, and the life of a fighter is a 24 hours, 7 day a week thing, 365 days a year. You gotta commit to that, man. And the ones that go out and have them rough lives, drinking and smoking and trying to live that kind of life outside the game, they just didn't panned out for them later in the world. So I would say be committed to the game first, man. Commit to the game 110%. And then after that, man, you gotta grind, man. You just gotta grind, bro. That's what it is. Cause I came up the gritty way. I ain't had no silver spoon, man. I had to fight at the local level, local club shows, making minimum money, all the way to I fought myself off the club level onto the national stage, man. So you gotta grind, bro. Even at that local club level, I was still busting my ass and grinding. I started at the bottom, bro. So I know how it is. I didn't start off like some of these cats.
When you say grind, are you talking about like in the gym, or are you just talking about taking tough fights?
No, in the gym, running. I mean, just eating right. Getting your rest. Not out here chasing these hoes. Just everything that comes with being a fighter. Not fucking with drugs and drinking and all that shit. Whatever comes, all the positive stuff that comes with being a fighter, man, you gotta grind, bro. Especially if you starting off the gritty way. Even if no matter what way you start off, you gotta grind. But if you starting off the gritty way, you ain't got a lot of backers. You just out here trying to make a living, and you trying to fight your way to the top, bro. You definitely gotta grind. Like you gotta put that shit. You gotta put it right in front of you and just you gotta bust your ass, man. Ain't no easy way to the top, bro.
Ishe, do you think that how would you have handled today's era that everything that's done, like you have to post it instantly on Instagram, you have to show, basically, I don't know how publicists make a living nowadays because there's no need for them,
Yeah,
so
there's no
do you
need,
think that
man.
you were lucky that you came in that era right before social media was a thing? And how do you think you'd be able to handle it today?
It would be different. I came up in the era where secrecy was key, where you go off to camp, you leave your family, you're there for a couple months, no sex, the whole nine. So seeing these guys today promote showing themselves in sparring and all kind shit's weird to me because we live in a different age. I would never show sparring and all of that. So I mean, I guess it's good for him because you promote yourself. Ron Garcia is practically making the money he makes because how many followers he has on social media. So I mean, this era is a little bit weird to me. They are making a lot of money, but when you think about it, coming up, how much guys were making back when I was fighting, like the Kermit Centrons, the Teddy Reeds, the Emmanuel Augustus, just the guys that really put in that work. Man, those are the guys that really should be those are the guys that was enjoyable to watch and the guys that I wish was fighting today to make the big bucks. Because some of these fighters don't give you the fights and they don't put on the performances you want to make the money. Like some of these guys, man, is making, so much money, $1 million. Like that shit is I think Trinidad and De La Hoya, they got a cut of pay-per-view, and I think their purses wasn't over 3 million back in the day. I don't think their purses were like their fight purses, not the pay-per-view. And it's just, I remember Floyd called HBO's contract slave wages. It was like 6 fights, like 1.2, like 12 million for like 6 fights, something like that. And I'm like, these kids are already making that. Devin's already cleared that in a couple of his fights, man. He's cleared that whole contract. So it's just the money now is so wild, man. But sometimes you are getting the fight, sometimes you're not. It's just weird. I just wish, I don't know, man. It's just the game is just in a weird place right now, especially when you can have a guy that's never boxed before fighting a motherfucker that's old enough to be my granddaddy making all the goddamn like Jake Paul. The game is just in a weird place, man.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's going to be a bubble? That there's a bubble, and it's about to burst in terms of the economics of boxing, because Dana White's supposed to be in boxing now, and you know Dana, and you know how he runs his ship. Do you think we're going to see that kind of dominate the landscape in terms of how fighters are paid, and you know how Dana does, right? He's got all the leverage. You
I
know,
don't think.
how do you think
Listen,
that's going to play out?
Dana was a boxing guy. He started off being a boxing guy. He was a trainer here in Vegas. Who I knew before he got it big. He was just
I
a
know.
guy. I know you guys have seen these guys in the gym. If you ever go to the gym, it's gonna be this one guy in the gym, local trainer, training somebody, not making a lot of bucks, just trying to get on. He was that guy, trying to
Mhm.
get on, trying to find, and he struck it. You know, he somehow ran into the Petitas, and the rest is history. But he's a boxing guy. But I don't think his model is going to work. And today, when you got the Saudis throwing the kind of money like that, model of not paying people is not going to work in today's boxing. You can do that back when I was fighting, when I was coming up. You could pay somebody, 15,000 main event ESPN. I got 11,000 when I fought Randall Bailey. I got 10,000 when I fought David Estrada on show. And these are main events, national
Showbox.
Showtime, Showbox, Showbox and ESPN, 10,000, 15,000. You can't do that in today's market. Them kids are gonna look at you like you fucking crazy. They're gonna be like, what? They're gonna look at you because the money, these kids are making too much money, man. It's just the local era in boxing, like the local club shows, is completely dead. There's not a lot. I don't know about New York or Jerk back there, but man, in Vegas, there is no local show. It used to be a monthly local show out here every month when I was coming up. There is no local shows anywhere in Vegas no more. It's big fights or nothing. It's go home or nothing. That's it.
I was going to ask you about that because, like, I remember, ESPN would have these shows from the Sands. It was from from the Showboat, from these, from the not even from arenas, from the banquet, like the halls. That doesn't exist anymore.
Nah, man. No
That's
local
crazy.
club. No local. How do you build up a fighter in today's market? Because the PBC model was to, if you was a fighter, that you can only fight when this fighter fight. It's very hard to build a fighter up in today's market. If I only gonna fight when 10 fight or when this person fight, how do you build a fighter up? A young fighter should be fighting 6 times a year. He should be fighting, if he comes out,
Church.
stop for you fighting 4 rounds, you should be fighting like every other month or every month almost. So,
Yeah.
by 2 years, you should be at least 12-0, 15-0, depending on how you progress and how you moving up. You can't do that in today's market, man. It's very hard to get fights. There's not a lot of local club shows. I think you guys had him on, and I talked to him. He's still in the business, and I was shocked when you guys brought him on. You still had him on. What was his name? We had him on your show.
Joe?
Oh, DeGuardia.
Joe, yeah.
Joe DeGuardia, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still going, man. He's been around for years. Because I know Bivol ain't doing nothing no more, and I heard his shows used to be fire back in the day.
He has a fighter going tomorrow on it's the main event in Jersey. It's not his promotion though, but he's got
But
Joe DeGuardia, yeah.
And
what was his stuff in New York called? So didn't he have like
Star?
A show?
Star.
Star Boxing.
DeBella.
Broadway.
Broadway
Boxing. No,
it used
listen.
to be like every month, right? Every month, right?
Lou. Now, a lot of people. People have opinions on Lou DiBella. I can always say he's always treated me well since I known him. Lou's a little bipolar, and I'm not afraid to say that. But he's a good guy, I think. And Lou kept New York boxing popping. When I got into this side of the media. He built up careers like Paulie Malignaggi, your old nemesis, Saku Powell, Jadon Codrington, Curtis Jones.
Did he have Sergio?
Yes.
Sergio Martinez.
Yeah, Sergio Martinez.
Sergio Martinez, yeah.
Right. Not from the ground up. It was him and Samson Lukovic, but yeah, he promoted Sergio. He really, like you said, every other month, Broadway boxing. And then he had a deal with SNY So you would get the rebroadcast like a couple of weeks later, and he would use the Manhattan Center where the old Monday Night Raw used to be filmed at,
Mhm.
And that was a great spot. Demetrius Salita, a lot of local talent, but that's dead,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm, he's made a lot of money in his career. He was the head of HBO at one point. He just he had the Cambosis fights. He made some good coin with that.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's got
Yeah,
a card coming up in the Garden, the 23rd of this month.
yeah,
It's on a Wednesday.
yeah.
It's a
So
small card.
charity. I don't know how they swing that, but yeah, the local scene here really doesn't exist either.
Yeah.
It's very like you said, it's either big shows or nothing, and the big show is Top Rank. They come to the theater. They've been loyal to the theater. The Barclays was popping at one point. Now it's PBC.
Yeah.
Well, let me
That was
ask you this, champ. What do you think about Canelo becoming a promoter? He just put some money up to become a promoter. I believe his last fight had 2 of his fighters on it. You think it's gonna be good for the game having Canelo, number 1 pound for pound, be a promoter as well?
I think whenever a fighter gets involved, Canelo seems like he's involved like in his business dealings. Like
Mhm.
he would be more hands on with his fighters and take an interest. So it's a salute whenever a fighter can give back. I think if they run the company right and it's done right, I think it's tremendous. I think he's made a lot of money, so hopefully he can build up some of his fighters. And I think it's a good thing, man. The man is doing, giving back, and I still think boxing is the hardest hustle out of all the sports. But I always think it's going to be a good thing if you could put the right, because everybody's tried their hat in promoting. Roy Jones, there's been a lot of boxers that promoted, but when you go hands on, and I think Canelo will be, I think it could be a good thing.
Has anybody approached you on the business end ever?
Not really, but I'm out the way, man. I'm not outside like that, Sock. I really don't. I'm really not outside like that. I really stay inside and stay away from the game, man. I probably need to get outside more. You know what I'm saying? But when you be outside around it, it makes you miss it a lot because you start thinking like, I can beat this motherfucker. I know I can train for 2 months and get that motherfucker. You just start thinking weird shit because you always gonna be a fighter first. And I just
Yeah.
feel like if you just stay out of the way, you don't have those temptations, man, about ever thinking about coming back and all that shit. So I kind of just stay out of the way, man.
Let me ask you this: Do you miss the money? Because it take you so long to get that money, and then by the time you start getting that big money, you got to retire.
Yeah, the money is great, but the money is good, but the money, I think, I fought for so many years without making that big money. It's everything that comes with it, man. Like the center of attention being about you, the fans, loving you, and even the bad ones hating on you. It's that fight week, the grand arrivals, the TV interviews, the interviews that you do with people like that run boxing websites. I think I did an interview with Sock back in the day. It's all that shit that you miss more than just the money, man. The money comes and is good, but it's always depressing after you finish fighting because of all that I'm telling you, and then just one night is gone. No more camp, no more nothing. So you just go back home. You're like, shit, what I'm gonna do with myself? Now I just got a vacation, or you got kids, you got to be a parent. But it's all that other stuff, man. The fight weeks, all of that shit, the coordination of camps, the sparring partners, all of that. That's what I meant. The laughing in camp, the music, just the shit that goes on with boxing is what you miss more than anything, man.
What about the camaraderie? I mean, I know
The
like
camaraderie, yeah.
yeah, when like I talked to Ice John Scully a lot, and he does these reunions, these amateur reunions, and guys that fought back in the '80s and they haven't seen each other in 30 years. I mean,
Right, man.
like that's stuff that's that bond is like forever. It's a special fraternity. So like there's guys that we never even heard of. I'm sure that was a rival. Is there anybody that comes to mind back in Vegas or in the West Coast?
Yeah, a lot of them, man. I remember I used to grow up watching Trinidad in my gym as a kid, man. And I would just be in awe, like, of how hard he trained and what he worked. And then when I saw him as an adult at an event, I think he was at one of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. He got inducted. He was here. And I have my wife tell him in Spanish, like, bro, I used to watch you as a kid. You inspired me. So it's just seeing all those, all those old faces, man, just that camaraderie is something. And the gym talk, I know you guys hung around the gym. Gym talk is the best talk you'll get in your life, man. You don't got to they just ain't no subject off limits in the gym. So that you miss more than that than the money, man. The money is good. But like Biggie said, though, more money, more problems, because the more money you make, the more issues you have, man. You got a lot of shit, a lot of people you gotta pay, team members, taxes, a lot of shit come along with that money. That's why when I just did the interview, I advocated like fighters, be very smart with your money, man. Be very smart. You paying a trainer 10%, take another 10 or 15% and put some shit away, because it comes to an end fast, man. You just feels like yesterday I was fighting on Showbox in my first main event, and today I'm retired, man. It comes real fast, man.
Yeah, and when you say that about the money, it makes you how have you stayed so humble, man? Because you had a lot of success now. It's probably nothing to you, but to become a champion in boxing, man, that's like a 1 in a million thing. Like, you got to really, really be a special human being to become a world champion of boxing. Like, how do you stay so humble after achieving, one of the things a lot of people won't ever achieve?
Well, because if you come into
Ishay, sorry, your mic is a little low. If you could, I don't know if you could put it up a little. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah. Just a couple people were saying it's low, so go ahead.
So no, when you become a world champ, when you get into the game, it's more like shit. You get into the game, man, and you don't get into it to like think I didn't get into the game. Me personally, I didn't get into the game thinking I wasn't going to be able to achieve everything I was going to achieve. So I got into the game thinking, I would fight Zab Judah. I would fight these guys. I would, see De La Hoya and be like, I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna do this, and I ended up fighting Zab in the trials, and he was the reason I didn't make it to the '96 Olympics. He beat me by 4 points. So I always had big aspirations to become champion. So I'm not gonna say I knew I was gonna get there, but I did believe in myself, because boxing is the type of sport when nobody else believes in you, you gotta believe in you, man. You gotta believe in you when nobody else. Because it would be people that tell you ain't never gonna be shit. You ain't gonna go nowhere. You ain't gonna make it. And you may have people like, let's go party, let's go do this. You be like, nah, man, I gotta do this, this, and this. And you just gotta stay focused, man. And you just, I just always believe in myself, and that's how I stay humble. And I don't try to shit on people. I just tell what it is. And even when I saw Earl Spence at like a young age, before, when he was down here sparring Floyd, and I would see how he was living outside of like camp and shit like that. Like, I've come up on Earl, and when he was like just completely drunk out of his mind, bro, like drunk. And I'm just like, that's just not, you can't be a part-time fighter, bro. You got to be in and you out. And so when I would see, and he's a great fighter, may end up going to the Hall of Fame one day, but the shit end up catching up with him later in life, and that's unfortunate, but I'm glad he's still here to tell his story. He got in a bad accident, but when you find a guy like Bud, I just knew that Bud is just different. He's more focused. It seems like he's more dedicated to his craft. Like, he ain't into that part-time shit. So I just knew that wasn't going, that was not going to be a good look for him. And I don't think this fight coming up is going to be a good look for him. The long layoff, the last fight with Bud, it's just, man, that's going to be hard, man. There's only so many Sugar Ray Leonards that can come back and fight Marvelous Hager after that long layoff and put on a tremendous performance. But, man, I just don't know. He's had a long layoff. He's taken a lot of stuff outside the ring that don't got nothing to do with boxing, and then the beating inside the ring, and then you come back fighting a dude that's what is he like fucking 6'6" or 6. Like that's fucking wild, man. They created that dude. That dude was created in the lab. That's unbelievable. So I don't know, man. I stay humble just because I wanted to put my all into the game because I realized the game. If you love boxing, they'll love you back. You take care of her, she'll take care of you, man. And I just stay humble, bro. I just accomplished everything I wanted to. And that was it.
So how does that? I mean, how does that make you feel like when you're speaking and you comment on other fighters like Shakur? You was not trying to insult Shakur. You was trying to give him constructive criticism, and he took offense to it.
But because just like I told you earlier, these fighters are making so much money. It's the same thing as like Barkley or Barkley criticizing the basketball players or this, and they always quick to say, money. Oh, you broke. You this. You that. Listen here, man. I don't think I'm the best ever off of what I did in the game. Like I accomplished everything I wanted in the game. I'm TBE the best ever because I sent 3 kids to college who are way better students than I ever was, who graduated. I got a son right now playing college soccer right now, living out his dream. I got another son that just graduated college playing football. I got a daughter who graduated college, got a job in her major, and had a kid. Now I've been a grandfather now for over a year. So that's what matters to me more than anything, bro. This boxing shit, that shit was all what I wanted to accomplish. What I wanted to achieve, what I wanted to prove people wrong and prove myself right because I knew I could fight. But what I've done with my kids and my family and watching my kids grow up, man, and watching them be way better people than I was at that age and watching them live out their dreams and have college education and college degrees, that's more important than anything I could ever did as a fighter, man.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. Man.
Absolutely.
Well said, for sure.
Well, guys, I don't mean to cut the boxing section off, but we got to do some football picks. Isha, you can stay on and talk some football too. I mean, who's your NFL team? You got an NFL team?
Not really, man. I support the Raiders because I'm in Vegas, but they stink this year, man.
Oh man, you go.
Well, Sock is a Raider fan, so Yeah, I'm a Seahawks fan, and we stink. So we get a bunch of losers. The only happy one here is we got 2 503s. Houston Texans, and then we got D Free with his Commanders. So
yeah.
And that's the game of the week this week. I think, in my opinion, I think the Commanders and the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think the last I looked, it was 7. I don't think the Ravens gonna cover that spread though.
Who the Raiders play this week?
No, Ravens. I don't think
the Ravens. Yeah. I don't think they cover that spread. That's a little disrespectful too, and that's a rivalry game because they're both both in the same state. So. D-Man talking about the Cowboys in the chat. Nobody want to talk about them damn Cowboys. So, but we're gonna do our picks and stuff. And I appreciate you coming on, man, and giving insight and talking to us and stuff. You're always invited here. You know what I'm saying?
No problem, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's good to hear from you again. It's been a while. I got my Obama phone working well. Yours was a little messed up today, though. The mic was a little messed up.
I'm glad you put in your quarters, man, because these cats right here, all I see is icons, man. They on that cricket wireless, man. Y'all get some updated internet, man.
God damn.
You gotta remember this though, E-Shape, man. You gotta remember, man. Tommy just got a phone, man. He used to going down to the bodega, man, getting all his calls.
Oh shit!
No, man, I can't
stand you, VVO. I swear to God.
He got a cord running from his house to his neighbor's house. I'm gonna be off in 10 minutes, man. I promise.
Listen, man, times are hard in the boulevard. That's all I gotta say, man.
Hey, you know how they do in the Bronx, E-Shape, man. They'll steal your phone and help you look for it.
Cut this dude's mic off, man. Can we talk about the Bronx?
Yeah, BVO always talk bad about the Bronx, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. You can stick around. We're gonna talk football and stuff. So
Okay.
I mean,
Man.
We haven't talked football yet.
Yeah, we're about to talk football now.
Waiting on you, sir.
Oh, give me 2. All right, give me 5 minutes then. Yeah, I gotta take off my wife's jewelry right now. Give me 5 minutes.
I gotta take off my wife's jewelry.
You guys are crazy, bro. Oh my god.
Hey, we gotta hurry up, man. Tommy might get beat up in 10 minutes, man. We gotta hurry up.
Listen,
he always getting beat up somehow. That's my man right there. I'll be back.
Oh, this is the wrong one. I got the wrong one. He's coming back. Hold on, I got to put the standings. We didn't do picks last week, but I had the standings from 2 as of week 4. We did up to week 4. We didn't do week 5. So, we got the matchup. D-Free, I'm gonna go to you because you got the matchup of the week. How do you feel about your team taking on the Ravens this week?
We're gonna win.
Oh, you've been a little cocky, man. I'll tell you.
He's on helium.
Hey, all I'm saying is when you got the number 1 scoring offense and you got and a lot of people's believes the number 1 quarterback in the league, that's how you're supposed to feel.
Bro, that beard. Yo, I didn't peep that.
It gets biblical right now. It's long. Man. He gets biblical with it.
From the book of D. Free. Amen.
Yo, what's wrong with you? Oh my god, let me find these spreads. I don't know why I saved this. Yo, you stupid.
Yo, that's salute.
I'm definitely picking Washington for the spread because I mean even if we lose, because I don't expect us to win every single game the rest of this year. But even if we lose, I believe we're gonna cover that spread.
Okay,
I'm back.
How is the fan base right now? Because you're in the heart of it.
I mean, the fan base is crazy out here right now. I mean, it's not the same as it was when we had RG3 because he's a better quarterback. Like he's literally somebody that we don't have to look to where every time he got to run to get a first down or to excite the crowd. He could sit in the pocket and still excite the crowd. Like RG3, he was decent in the pocket, but he was better when he was scrambling. So it's different. It's like we got more of a quarterback than a scrambling quarterback. Like RG3 was just a scrambling quarterback, and he made plays with his legs. This man can make plays with his arms or his legs.
And he makes a mediocre wide receiver like McLaurin, like a star again.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we had Pierre Garçon when RG3 was here, but he was a little.
No, I know. He had good. He had Santana Moss too.
Yeah, he had Santana Moss too. But they
But Daniels is making McLaurin, who was dead in the weeds, relevant again.
Right. And that's another thing too. Like when you look at the rest of our receiving core, they're not that great on paper, but he makes them look better than what they are. He makes them look better than what they are.
Dahami Brown, Noah Brown, he's making them good again. Yeah, great point.
But all right, guys. So that's let's go to the standings real quick. So this is as of week 4. We didn't do week 5, and this is just the picks. Now, remember I told you we're going to do it based off $100 bets. So we're not giving automatic losses like in D Freeze one. So we're doing a little different. I did it based off 100, and we only got one person that's really in the plus side, and that's Socrates. So Socrates was 3-1 in week 3 and 1-3 in week 4, bringing his record to 9-7. So that's a profit of $130, right? He's won $900, right? 9 games, and he lost 7 games at -110, 770. That's a difference of $130. 503 hasn't been on doing his picks. He does his show on Sunday mornings, but he's 4-4 overall. He was 2-2 in week 3. He didn't do his picks in week 4, and obviously we didn't do 5. But 4-4 is a even Steven, but it's negative as far as betting is concerned. So he's only minus $40, and then we'll go down the list. You guys bet. I know Worm bets. He knows how it works. 8-8, 500 record is good. but then it's bad because you're in the negative. So, and then in the bottom we have me, D Free, and Marky Dan at 7 and 9 at a minus 290. But we're gonna make things happen today. So we're gonna start it off, and we're gonna do our picks. D Free, thank you for that. That pick on the on your Commanders. So we're gonna go with the Commanders for D Free. We'll let D Free take his first pick because he's really hyped about his Commanders, and then I'll go over to Worm. Worm just got here. Let Worm talk a little bit. Worm, any game you're looking forward to, and you want to make your first pick?
What's the Pats and Texans?
I'm trying to find. I
DraftKings.
can't even find the Commanders. They're playing at 1:00, right? So they should be first. So the Commanders here is +7. So let me just put D Free down.
No, the Pats Texans.
Yeah, no. I'm putting D Free's picks, and then the Pats Texans here.
Oh, my bad.
So the Pats are getting 6.5 in New England.
6.5. Yeah, I just don't like Stroud on the road, and then I always give a bump when a backup quarterback comes in for a team that's been struggling, and he can move in the pocket, he can make the throws. I just like the Pats here. I mean, Pats are 3-0 against the spread against a team with a winning record. I just don't trust the Texans on the road, and this is the thing that people don't talk about the Texans. They commit the most penalties in the league. Everybody's so enamored by the Texans, but they're the number one team that commits the most penalties. And a team like the Pats could take advantage of that this week. So I like the Pats 6.5.
Okay. So since
the backup bump in the penalty market right there.
Okay, that's a good pick. And being that you made that pick, I'll go to the guy that's a fan of the team you're betting against. 503. Who do you like?
Boy.
And do you want to rebuttal that what Warren was saying?
Oh man. Worm.
And missing Nico Collins too. You're missing Nico Collins too.
Yes.
That's another factor.
Oh, that's true.
You missing the head. You missing the head coach. You forgot about that?
I'm missing my whole life with that Jet team, nigga. Coach, I lost my soul 30 years ago with that team.
Yeah, man, they ain't been good since Broadway Joe, man. Was you walking around in diapers, man?
Diapers? My mom was walking around in diapers.
Oh man. 503, go ahead, bro.
I'm just fucking with Worm, but what I'm about to say. We cleaned up the penalties last week against the Bills. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's gonna really be an issue. But Worm did say something that's true. You know what I'm saying? We is missing our number one receiver, Nico. What's the spread right now? 6.5.
6.5.
Oh man, that's
on the road.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. My biggest concern going into this week for the Texans, bro, is the run game. I want to see. I want to see if we're gonna get 100 yards rushing from a running back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if Joe Mixon is playing yet, but
he's looking to play. He's almost he's most likely playing.
Yeah, so if we get Joe back this week, I ain't tripping by Nico being out. Yeah, but you know, man, I'm gonna take my Texans, man. At 6.5, that's cool. I ain't tripping.
So that means they got to win by a touchdown. Well, they got to win by 7. Houston minus 6.5.
Yeah, that's doable. Because we've been winning. We've been winning. We ain't been blowing. We haven't been blowing no teams out. You know, we ain't. You know, I hate to do this to you, Thomas, but you know, we ain't. You know, you
yeah. No,
Seahawks look bad, man. They got blue eye Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Let me take over real quick, and then I guess I'll just make it my turn now. And D Free, when he finishes laughing, I'll talk. Let me tell you something, man. My team They're just bad right now. You know, injuries is one thing, but when you play a team that is just as injured as us and has no secondary, I don't care what anybody says about San Francisco's D, their top-notch D, whatever. No, their secondary is trash. It was trash last year. It was a trash of the year before. And they were without a starter yesterday in the secondary. And Gino was missing throws. You know, that first quarter was big because, you know, we scored a field goal in the first half, but we should have had more points. You know, Gino's missing throws. You know, Metcalf's dropping passes in the first quarter. You know, then Metcalf is crying on the sideline. I don't know why. He should be crying as to why he can't catch an easy pass. He makes the tough ones, but he drops the easy ones. I am over Metcalf.
Tommy,
yeah.
They can't stop nobody. It's not even. I would even blame the offense. They can never stop anybody.
That's not true, Worm. You didn't.
They can't. Look at that. You saw that play. Tommy,
they didn't stop at the end.
Stop.
Listen, they
can't stop the whole game.
I understand that, but they forced.
If Mason stood in that game, Tommy, if the Mason stood in that game, he would have had 250 yards, Tommy. 250 yards. You can't stop nobody. That messes up the whole game plan in itself. I don't blame the offense. I don't blame the offense.
They can't stop the run. They can't stop the run, brother. They can't
stop anything.
That's true. But they did force 3 and outs. What's happening is Seattle's going away from what they're supposed to be doing. They're not running the ball. This guy had like 50 attempts the last 2 weeks.
You know, it seems that they. You know, you're kind of right because it seems like they don't want to put this guy, the running back. What's his name?
Walker.
Yeah, they feel like if they run him a lot, he'll get hurt. I think they feel that.
You can't coach a game that way.
That's what they're feeling.
Oh, I'm not going to use him because I'm afraid he's going to get hurt. You
know, I feel that way too. I feel like they're doing that.
But they got another good running back in Chardonnay as well, though. So
they put Chardonnay and he scrambled like for 10 yards and only got 2, and they were like, "All right, get out of here."
But when Walker was running the ball,
Charbonnay's not a good player. He's not a good player. I don't care about any means people talk about Charbonnay's a good back. He's not good, Charbonnet.
He doesn't have the burst that Walker got.
But they're afraid that Walker gets hurt every play. That's what they're afraid about.
Hey, I know when they gave the ball to Chardonnay, he had some good runs in that game.
No,
Walker too.
He was tiptoeing through the toodles. Charbonnet when he got in yesterday.
He had some good runs. I'm not saying he's breaking it for every time he touched the ball because
but then did you see when this guy the running back for the Niners got out, Taylor and the Spanish nigga were running still with the offense.
But you talking about a team that was running the ball against a team that had a bad run defense and a team that was running the ball against a team that has a good run defense. So they were running the ball
well, I thought. But when they ran it, but the fact of the matter is that they're coming out, they're spreading the offense out, 5 wide receivers almost every down. So you're telling the defense what you're doing.
Tell me that the Seahawks offense to me is their bright spot of the year. To me,
it is because I like the offensive coordinator. Don't get me wrong, but you're still not going with your bread and butter. You're not establishing the run. You said this before in week 1. You said you have to establish the run to get your passing game going. You can't have 50 attempts every game.
But I feel like now they're scared this guy's gonna get hurt.
But you can't coach a game like that either, bro. You can't coach a game, going in and saying, all right, you're only gonna get like 10 attempts today because we're afraid you're gonna get hurt. You can't do it, bro. I'm sorry. But we got some guys hurt on the defensive line, but still no excuse. I just think that Gino there were plays for him to make, and he didn't make them. If you watch the game,
and there was drops too. There was drops
too in the first quarter, but in the second half, he was missing throws. He was throwing behind the receiver, or he was missing throws. And how does it make you feel when you see a guy like Metcalf, who's, in my opinion, one of the most athletic wide receivers in football, period? All right, maybe it's debatable, but that's my thing. But he can't catch a ball, and when you see him make a good catch and he can't keep his foot in bounds, and then you see a big tight end like Kittle make a great catch for a touchdown.
That was amazing catch. And then the thing with DK, he fumbles too when he catches.
Yeah, and it's frustrating as a fan right? You could be a fan because you have them in fantasy, or you could be a fan because you like certain players. You know, like I like Tyreek Hill because I think he's nice. You know, you could be that. But when you're a fan of a team and you see this happens, it's frustrating to watch, bro. You know, and I've been talking about DK, not just this game, last game, or the game before. I've been for the last year and a half. I've been talking about DK and how he always drops the easy passes, how he'll fumble. Oh, and the only thing he's done well this year that he's usually done, he's not getting the dumb penalties because he would get those too. So
yeah.
It's crazy you say that too, Tommy. You know, I won a fantasy championship on a DK fumble.
I can't stand you, Worm. I just want you to know that.
What I will tell you, Thomas, is we taking fans up until week 7. After week 7, we ain't taking no more new fans. So you want to join the team? You can join the squad.
No shot. Let me go into my pick because I'm not gonna get going. I'm not gonna get into my pick. I ain't gonna keep talking about my team.
You guys are
only gonna frustrate me even more. So and I was already upset last night as Niner fans were letting me have it also. So we lost to the team that I hate the most, and that's frustrating enough. So let me get into the pick here. I'm gonna take the Chicago Bears at home against the Jaguars -1. That's my pick, and I'm sticking with it. I'm not gonna go into any analysis because we're running short of time. So I'll go over to Sock now.
Well, my first pick, I'm going to go against you. I think the Jaguars found something. I think all year they kind of underachieved. The games in England, right? 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's in London, yeah.
So, we get to, coffee and football is a good thing. Give me the Jags as the underdog.
Oh,
okay.
Great pick.
All right. And Sock, we'll go to you. Go again. Pick another game if you want.
Wrap around?
Yeah, wrap around. Let's do it.
The game that stands out to me, like deep freeze beard, is the Eagles and the Browns.
Yo, everybody got jokes today, bro. I swear. Where is that game? Hold on. I know the Eagles are big favorites. Hold on.
If the Eagles don't win this game,
you just changed it. 9.5 underdog. I mean, favorite.
Favorite. If the Eagles don't
at the bottom.
Now
go back.
Yeah,
This is the Eagles 2.0.
Go back.
Exactly.
This is the culmination of the Eagles run.
One more.
This game.
One more.
Exactly.
Right there at the
Oh,
bottom.
right, yeah. Got it,
Bottom.
If Philadelphia does not win this game by 2 scores,
Yes.
something wrong with them. Because
Yes.
Cleveland, by far, is just the most dysfunctional team right now in the NFL. And Chubb is out, right? They're playing at home. The fan base is still licking his wounds from the Philadelphia Phillies shit in the bed, right?
Fuck the Phillies. Don't even talk about those bums. Fuck, what you bringing those bums ass up? We smacked them, nigga.
Oh, I forgot we had a Mets fan on the. Oh, God. Go ahead.
Fuck out of here.
Yo, Puerto Ricans and F-bombs today. Kike on Fox, Worm on YouTube.
Ruthless.
So, Sock, are you saying you're taking the Browns?
No.
Oh, okay.
No way.
I think the Browns and shit have a lot in common.
BVO
Hey,
is on mute.
hey,
He was holding on all day. He was holding on like a shit all day.
Hold on,
The
Sock,
Doodle
hold on,
Browns.
Sock.
That's what they call the Doodle Browns.
Sock, hold on, man.
This is the culmination for the Eagles season. They're gonna make a big run after this.
We about to smash the Eagles, man. What are you talking about?
What? Who's a Brown?
Smash the Eagles.
What? Who's gonna smash the Eagles?
He's a Browns fan.
Oh my God!
We got rubbed on.
Where were you born?
Hey,
He's
hey,
from
Worm,
Cleveland.
you're not in no position to talk about nobody's team, bro.
That is.
If anybody can talk about is the Browns. That's one team I can ever talk about is the Browns, bro.
Who's your
Y'all
team,
got the same
Worm?
record.
Who's your team?
The Jets.
The Jets.
Man, y'all ain't never won nothing. What are you
Fuck this thing.
What are you talking
doing? Nigga talking like you had a
Where did you grow up that you're a Browns fan?
He in Cleveland. He from
Oh my God, what a sad! Nobody goes on vacation to Cleveland. You know that, right? Nobody says they go on a vacation to Cleveland, right?
Nobody goes to Queens on vacation too. You know that, right?
Yeah, they do. A lot of people do. They got a lot of prostitutes here, bro. So you out your mind. Ain't no prostitutes like in Cleveland like they are in Queens, Papo. You could visit me. I'll take you around.
Back in the day.
I'll take you to a Met game. God bless you. God bless you that you born in Cleveland. Oh my God.
Thomas, where you find this guy at, man? Something is wrong with him, man.
Worm is off the hook, bro. I don't even know. He's hyped because you forget we didn't talk baseball today. I mentioned the Yankees earlier. I did mention the Mets earlier, but he's a big Mets fan, so he's a little hyped over the Mets. You know what I'm saying? So
the Mets is winning, man. Yeah, my fucking Astros at home right now, bro. So yeah, you can talk a little shit, Worm. You got it.
I just take you to Queens next time. That's it. Anyway,
so Sock has the Eagles minus 9.5, and I'm gonna go with let's go. I'll go next with my next pick. I just had it too, and what was I'm gonna go with the Commanders. That was my next pick. Commanders plus 7 over Baltimore. I'm with D Free on this one. D Free got the Commanders, so do I. 503.
Oh man, let's see. Go down, man. Let me see what them Jets and them Buffalo looking like.
It's Monday night.
It's a division game. Monday night. Ooh, the Jets at 2.5.
Prime time, baby.
Ah, man. Man,
take the Jets.
Did not look good. The Jets did not look good when they was on prime time.
You fire a coach, they get hyped.
They got mollywopped by the 49ers just like your man's team. I'm taking
that was
Buffalo,
like 10 years
man.
ago, bro.
Nah, that was a few weeks ago. That was
game one
when y'all got when hey man, my New York brothers, they having problems with the 49ers, and I'm not a 49er fan by any means of imagination, but I am gonna take Buffalo at minus 2.5, man. So we win by a field goal. I got my boy Josh Allen redeeming himself. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be a good game. I just see my problem. Listen, bro, this is my problem with New York. The Jets.
Here we go. Let's go.
Bro. The Jets have a good fucking team. The only problem that's pissing me off right now, man, is Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro. He is a toxic punk, and he's the boss. Everything.
He's the boss of the team.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
I'll take that. I'll take that shit over Zach Wilson any day. I'll take a quarterback that's old over Zach Wilson any fucking day. I'll tell you. That's how desperate I am.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, now I blame Saleh for the Zach Wilson shit. But this shit with Aaron Rodgers, bro, this is on the owners, man. This ain't got nothing to do with Saleh. They wanted.
He fired Saleh. Aaron Rodgers fired Saleh straight up. He did.
And now you got him. Listen, bro, I was so fucking mad at New York last week. You can ask Thomas. I'm like, bro, if you wouldn't have threw that pick 6, bro, we would have y'all would have beat the Minnesota. I want somebody to beat Minnesota so bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of them.
If the wide receiver knew what a back shoulder throw was, he would have won the game. The wide receiver didn't know what a back shoulder throw was. He never seen that from Zach Wilson. He looked back and said, "Oh, that's just on my back shoulder." That's why they lost the game. I saw it live at 10:45. It was a back shoulder throw, and they never saw that.
If he wouldn't have threw that pick 6, bro, the Vikings would be fucking beat, and Saleh would have his fucking job. But I don't trust Aaron Rodgers right now. Buffalo is playing decent, and I got Buffalo.
Real quick, my man Ack is co-signing about New York 503. So he just want you to know that he's co-signing about Queens. So BVO and
the story, right? He said that, right? Yeah, I told you.
And then he's talking. Yeah, you got it, Ack. They beat us. I got no comment. My Seahawks is trash.
You get a gyro and a whore in Queens.
Worm, you up next, Worm.
Oh, I got the. What we got?
Gyro in the hole.
Your gyro is like you know what a gyro is?
Yeah. That's a
It's
sandwich.
like a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. So what's Tampa Bay, New Orleans?
Tampa Bay is favorite 2.5 at New Orleans.
There's nothing more that I love than a team that loses on Monday night in prime time. The world is off on them, and their bum ass quarterback got hurt, and they put a new quarterback in. There's nothing more than I love than a 3.5 point underdog at home than the Saints. This is my lock of the week.
This is your lock of the week.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love when a team loses on Monday night and the quarterback gets hurt, and then they put the backup in. I love it. This is a lock.
Let me tell you something. I like that quarterback, Spencer.
I like him.
From South Carolina. Yeah. He's good.
I love Ritter.
Ritter. Yeah. He's from South. He was in Oklahoma, and I think the pressure got to him in Oklahoma, and that's why he kind of transferred.
Yeah, because Caleb was there too.
Yeah, so because they built him up to be this big. He was a big
He was a Heisman runner up. Yeah, he was a Heisman odds favorite in the beginning of the season.
So yeah, I like him, man, and that's not a bad pick. Saints are
it's nothing more beautiful when the nation's against you, and it just tingles me right there. And no homo, but 3.5, 3.5 at home, I love it.
Yeah, I like it. And the Saints always play Tampa Bay tough, especially defensively. They always play Tampa Bay tough too. So I like that pick.
The last 5 games against the NFC South in their division, they're 5-0 against the spread. The Saints.
Good stat. D3, you up for 2 picks?
I think my first pick, I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Browns plus 9.5.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Go back to week 2. Washington beat the Giants. They beat the Giants. Yeah. The following week, Giants had the best game of their season. Week 3, we beat the Cincinnati Bengals. The following week, they had the best game of their season. Week 4, we beat Arizona. The following week, they just beat the 49ers. We smashed Cleveland Browns. They will beat the Eagles. I'm going with Cleveland Browns plus 9.5.
You think they're gonna win outright too?
They will beat the Eagles. I ain't gonna say they'll beat them. They're definitely covered though. They're definitely covered.
Man, you've been hanging around BBO too much.
Is this guy from the Cleveland guy that's saying this? He's from Cleveland?
No, he's not. He's a co-host though, but nah, he's a Commander fan. A D3's Commander fan. He's from DC.
No, I'm just going by what I've been saying all year long.
Honestly, my man, the way you said it, I loved it. Actually.
You got another pick, D3.
My next pick, I am going with the Detroit Lions.
Damn.
I'm sorry, is it Detroit? No, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals over the Giants. They do not have their star wide receiver for another week. I'm going with the Bengals.
The Bengals are favorite 3.5. That brings it back to you, Warren.
Oh shit! How many picks I put in already?
You're at 2. You got 2 more to go. If you guys want to stop at 3, you can stop at 3. I mean,
why would we stop at 3?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I ain't stopping at 3.
Fuck. Come on, Tom. What the fuck you doing?
Sorry. What you gotta do, bro?
All right,
what do you have to do at 12:30?
They gotta make a bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, yo, chill out, bro.
This is the harshest panel ever. I swear to God.
Yo, Jesus Christ! I'm taking the fucking Lions. I love this game. I love the Lions here. Dak, they could barely beat the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers. That last play that cost me like $250. That fucking last play, and I just love the Lions here. This guy was 18 for 18 last game. And this is a great spot for Detroit to solidify themselves as the top echelon in the NFC. This is
3. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Perfect game. Next, there. I'm good with that pick.
Nice. That's a good pick. 503. What do you like?
No. I'm a come on, Sock.
I heard you too, Sock. Come on, bro.
Sock wilding over there.
Yeah,
God,
this man is crazy, man.
He took too long. Come on, dead air.
God damn. Nah, I'm gonna agree with Worm on this one. I gotta go with the fucking Detroit, man. I like Detroit -3.
Right. Lions -3. We know D-Man does not like that pick because D-Man Jr. is a Cowboy fan. Sorry to hear that, but he is a Dallas Cowboy fan.
You don't acknowledge a Cowboy
Man,
fan,
listen,
so
bro.
I don't know why you even mentioned that.
Listen,
Who?
D-Man, listen, bro. Y'all cannot stop the fucking run. And Detroit got a two-headed monster over there. And I like
And they
the way
can't even
Montgomery
fucking
been,
run. And they can't even fucking run. So you can't stop the run, you can't run as well. There you go. Double whammy.
there you go. Bam.
Go to sleep.
I'm gonna go with a pick that probably nobody will take, including the fan of this team. But I like the Raiders +3 against the Steelers.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my fucking god,
no.
bro. What?
It's a nasty game.
I like the Raiders +3.
Nasty.
I like the Raiders at home this game.
Yeah, because of the backup quarterback. He comes in, he probably shines the first game.
I hope so. Sock hopes so too. And
nasty.
Sock, you're up next. Sock, you jumping on the wagon?
You know what?
These
There
nuts.
we go. He's sick. He's a sick individual. He's a sick individual right now. Sock right now.
I'm hoping for the
God
best.
damn.
Queen 71 takes the Steelers.
Now, I don't know what the rules are in terms of
I'm
picking
gonna write down her
the
picks
game.
too.
You don't know what the rules are.
No, in terms of picking the same game, because I love the
You
line.
can pick any fucking game you want.
We picking any team. Yeah, we could take the same game now.
Yeah.
Plus with the bye week, so fuck that. I love the Lions. I think the Lions will be the team that will represent the National Football Conference in the Super Bowl, as long as their coach doesn't, fuck it up. I love them over Dallas. I think they're gonna mollywop them.
Mollywop them.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Sock, you don't even believe in your guys no more, Sock. I'm disappointed in you, man.
I got 4 picks. Wait up. That doesn't mean I'm not going to pick my team. But I love the Lions to beat the shit out of Dallas.
So, Sock, who's your 4th pick?
Well, since I don't know if anyone's noticed on the show, but it's a trend to be a homer.
Except unless you're a Seahawks fan.
Correct. There's probably not a team that I hate more than Pittsburgh. And the fucked up thing is, since we're dropping the F-bomb, like it's nothing. There's going to be a lot of Steelers fans in Vegas. Steelers travel well. It's going to be embarrassing. Now, the Raiders, Wilkins gets hurt celebrating a sack because Butler jumps on his back and he breaks his foot. That is the epitome of being a Raider.
Wow.
The best interior lineman in football, Wilkins, gets hurt. But the Raiders are up and down, and I think this is a game that they're up.
Yeah.
They win by a field goal. Give me the Raiders to beat the Steelers. So that's my 4 picks.
Raiders +3.
Yes.
Let me see what I like as my
win.
4th pick. What's up?
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. It's a tough week. And I already took the Saints. Did I take the Saints already? Because I like the Saints a lot. So I did not take the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints +3. And is it +3.5 or 2.5? I missed it. Let me just +3.5. Yeah, it's 3.5 here.
Mm-hmm.
+3.5. I'm not gonna say where I got the lines from because Sock doesn't like when I do that. So, but the spreads that we're using, we'll go with the Saints +3.5. 503 line, your 4th and final pick.
Let me look at that Ravens Commanders. What that is? Plus 6.5.
Nah, 7.
Ooh.
So Ravens are favored by 7.
Yeah, give me the Commanders, man. +7, man. Yeah, I like OJ Daniels. He been balling.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's three people so far have taken it. I don't see why. I mean, giving them 7 points. I mean, I think you got to take it, and it's a rivalry game. I mean, they don't play each other every year. They play maybe once every 4 years. It's a rivalry game too. I mean, plus 7 points, you got to take it. I mean, it's just maybe Worm might say different because Worm has all the numbers, but Worm dropped off. I don't know where he went, and he's up next. But you got to love the 7 points for the Commanders here. It's a road game. It's a road game, but it's a home game. There's going to be Commander fans in there as well. You're going to have Baltimore fans. You're Raven fans. You're going to have Commander fans too. You know what I'm saying? So,
and this is the funny thing, bro. The Ravens haven't been looking good on defense, and you're going up against one of the hottest offenses right now. If fucking Joe Burrow and them, but they struggling ass put them to 40 on you. I think Jaden Daniels is gonna have a good day at the office.
I agree. I definitely agree. It's gonna be a high scoring game. This is the game of the week. Not that Monday night game.
Joe Burrows and the Bengals would have won that game if they wouldn't have fumbled the daggone sack. I mean the ball for the field goal. He fumbled the ball for the field goal, and the place kicker kicked that wide left.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wow.
That was crazy. He did a good job getting the ball down, but it just, they go Worm.
I got back. I got a last pick, bro.
You got a last pick. People taking the Commanders, and I was just saying, because I know you have all the numbers, but I was just saying, how do you not take the Commanders plus 7 in a game like this? So I said maybe Worm has some reason.
Yeah, because it's a big game that they won, the Ravens. So a lot of people are gonna pick the Ravens, but that's a big game they won. They came back from like 10 points, so they're tied. That was like a huge divisional game to put the Bengals down to the resting place. So I think Commanders got this. I'm picking this game. I just came back because I'm like delusional right now. So let me just see. Scroll down a little bit for me. I love the Jags. I love the Jags going to London. They've been going to London for like 10 years. And Peterson is like 5-1 going to London as a coach. So I like the Jags against the Bears.
Okay. You're not the only one.
They're basically a London team. Yeah.
71 likes the Jags. I'm the only one that took the Bears.
No, I like the Jags right there because they know where the hotel is. They know where the crumpets and tea are. They're prepared for that.
The who is.
That's a good point. They know where the crumpets and tea
are. Allison Wonderland.
D-Free, you're up. This is your last pick. Oh, no, wait. We got no. No.
This is my last.
Your last pick, yeah.
Yeah, this is my last pick. I'm going to go with the Lions over Dallas.
Yeah.
Just like Brett said, and just like 503 said, the Lions have a two-headed monster, and Dallas can't run the ball. But just like Washington gave everybody their best game right after they played us, it's the exact opposite for Detroit. After you play Detroit, you have the worst game of your season. And Dallas is about to go on a 2-game losing streak after they lose to Detroit this Sunday.
I love that theory. That's an amazing theory, man. I love it. I'm gonna write that shit down.
You're the whitest Hispanic I know. I swear to God.
Who?
You sound like every white gambler from Brooklyn.
What the fuck you
white gambler?
What the hell you wanted me to grow up? I grew up in Morris Park, bro.
I know you sound like somebody from Morris Park too.
But that's why I went to school. What do you want me to sound like?
What school you went to?
83.
What high school you went to?
Lehman.
Oh, you went to Lehman? Okay.
I was catcher for the team, JV catcher.
Okay. Queen 71 likes Detroit also and the Commanders. So I'm writing down her.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Queen. Queen, you been riding. I don't know what she been talking about. She think the Jaguars is gonna bounce back. No fucking way.
Jaguars are bouncing back, bro. Nigga, let me tell you something. Doug Peterson is a good coach, bro. He's a good coach. That's not Urban Meyer there. He's a good coach, bro.
I like Doug Peterson, but Trevor Lawrence is ass.
No, but everybody's ass. Every quarterback is ass in the National Football League. Even Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback, he's ass now too. Who's the best quarterback in the? Who is the best quarterback in the league right now? Who's the best quarterback in the league right now? Playing wise.
Daniels.
Who?
Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, and that's a rookie.
CJ.
And that's a rookie. And that's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
You think he's gonna keep that up all year? You better not put your money on that shit because you're gonna be broke and there'll be no Christmas gifts on the 25th. You want to put your money in that shit? You better best believe that shit, man. I'll tell you that much. Put your money in those Christmas gifts on Dane Daniels. You're gonna get a fucking Toy Story cycle.
Dollar Tree Christmas.
Yo,
Yeah, Dollar Tree. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. 99-cent Christmas, like we used to do. With the army guys with the parachutes. Remember you throw them off the cliff? They had their little parachute. Remember that shit? That's what your kids are gonna get. That's what your kids are gonna get if you want to bet on Jane Daniels.
Back to back with the great ones too. The great.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best quarterback. Yeah, you better watch it. Watch that shit.
Jaden don't get flustered. He doesn't get flustered. That man has 55 starts in college. He had 55 starts. He's used to playing on the big stage. We saw what he did today on the Bengals on Sunday night.
All right. So put your money on him every week. Do it. If you feel so confident, do it. Watch what happens. Watch.
I won over. I have been. I won over $1,500 the last 2 weeks.
So you're taking me out next time we chill, right?
I have been putting money on my squad.
But Worm, you gotta understand, he's a Commander fan also. So you know
that's sad in itself.
And
see what it is. No. TD, what it is, TD. Worm is suffering from quarterback PTSD right now. So he just spazzing on all the good quarterbacks in the league right now. He going through some shit.
That's well said.
I'm miserable. I'm a miserable man, my man. You know I'm miserable. You know that.
He fucked up right now. We gonna let Worm make it. Hopefully.
I'm still thinking about Vinny Testaverde, bro. I'm still thinking about Vinny Testaverde to this day.
When he got hurt, was that preseason or the first game?
First game, and then Top Tupa came in and threw like 3 touchdowns. The punter.
You want to hear a funny story? Sock may remember this, and Brett's not here. I don't know what happened to Brett today. So Brett's an Eagle fan, but when the Eagles were trash, Brett used to root for the Jets. Sock, am I lying? Am I lying, Sock?
Wow.
Sock, but tell me if I'm lying.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. Growing.
All right, my nose is not all right. Thank you. So Brett used to root for the Jets, and we always talk shit about each other's teams. But this is years ago. So when Vinny got hurt, I loved it. I was like, yes, I love it, because he used to talk mad, like the Eagles stunk mad shit about the Jets, and I was like, I love it. And Brett goes, yeah, I hope Chad Brown breaks his freaking neck today. And lo and behold, do you know they carted Chad Brown out with a neck brace later on that day, because Chad Brown was a linebacker for us. Back then, I love Chad Brown too. I had a Chad Brown jersey and all that.
Chad Brown was dope.
Colorado Buffalo.
Yeah, Colorado Buffalo. Exactly. Good point with that. My man knows this shit.
Good point.
But he's Blue Idea. That's what.
Yeah. So Brett wished me I was loving it, and then he was like, yeah, and then it happened to me. But Chad Brown was only out for like a week or two, so it was not that serious. But it was just funny. He was like, he started screaming, "I love it, Toma!" You know how Brett is, but yeah, that was a funny story, because that's how we do. We be hating on each other's team, but Brett was a closet Jet fan.
Yeah, Brett.
Do you remember that Vinny Testaverde game
next week if they win?
That he scored a touchdown from the 1 yard line?
Oh my!
Yeah, the Seahawks game. They changed that. Changed the. They brought the review back. I never forget. I never forget. Yeah, I was there in my house in Trapman Avenue, and he didn't score, and then they brought back the whole replay because of that game.
Crazy? The Seahawks dominated that game. They were up by like 2 scores.
Yeah, we were done. Yo, Tommy, we were done. Yeah, we were done. I'll
never forget that stupid touchdown.
That was fucked up.
It wasn't even close, bro.
No, it was. Yo, his helmet didn't go in the end zone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Forget about
that
it.
that broke back instant replay to the NFL.
Yeah. Thank you, Testaverde. His mic got messed up. Throw him. Hold that, Worm.
Shit.
503, you was gonna say something. What was you gonna say, 503?
No, man, fucking Worm got to get some more internet, man. It's like it. Yeah,
Yo,
he gotta get out that Obama. What kind of internet do y'all got in New York? Y'all need to get that fucking internet stock got, because his shit don't never freeze up, bro. That boy shit crispy. All my New York family be having internet problems, man. Thomas be freezing. You gotta go in his daughter room and shit.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's true. My shit be messing up. Sock has the best internet.
Yeah,
Sock don't live in New York though.
He got the best drapes too.
I got good neighbors.
Yeah, he got wherever the fuck he at. He in a good area. Wherever the fuck he at. I don't know if he got a brownstone in Brooklyn or some shit, but he good wherever he at.
He's in Al-Qaeda Mountain. He's in
a good section of the Bronx. Just like Worm.
Every section of the Bronx is good.
I'm in a high rise in the Bronx.
You with all the Albanians, right?
I'm with a bunch of Jamaicans that work for the MTA. So I'm in a good high rise.
In Morris Park?
No, in Co-op City.
Oh, you're in Co-op City now. Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of MTA Jamaicans are the best. They're very rude, but they're very professional.
My guy lives there that does YouTube, and he's 503 knows him. And it's funny, he's a bus driver. He's not Jamaican though, but he lives in Co-op City.
If you do work for the MTA, you're automatically Jamaican. So it doesn't matter if you're white or black.
So Drew is Jamaican. I'm gonna tell him you said that. He'll probably laugh because we know another guy, Julius.
I'm pretty sure
Julius too is a bus driver, and Gio, but Gio's Dominican.
Shit. He got dropped again.
Yeah, that internet.
That's horrible, bro. That's bad, bro. I thought it was bad. I thought it was bad in Texas, boy.
Amir Khan chin.
Well, you just said he live in Co-op City, but Drew never has these problems because Drew is in Co-op City. Yeah, Drew Titan.
My God,
it's funny he said that. He's an asshole. I'm gonna tell Drew he said that too. Drew probably laugh. He probably say it's true. Probably like on Dyer Avenue and stuff, like which is close by.
Hey, but I wanted to say this. Like I know y'all teams are struggling right now, and me and D Free kind of sitting on the throne.
Wow.
Do y'all think y'all teams can redeem themselves?
Seattle, you know what's funny? I was just saying this to my friend Tyrone. He was in the chat earlier. He's a Niner fan, and I was telling Tyrone, I said, you know what's going to happen? Seattle's going to end up going 9-8 somehow and making the 7th seed of the playoffs, and I'm going to be very upset about it. I could see Seattle still, finishing like 500 like the last couple of years, 9-8, and making the 7th seed. And at this point, for what? But so we'll see what happens. I think Seattle, the talent is there. They just need things to work on. But and the way the NFC West is playing, the Cardinals, they got a big win against the Niners, but they're 2-3, and the Rams are like 1-4, right? So,
it's crazy.
I think Seattle got a legitimate shot, but I just don't know how I feel about it right now.
That's okay though, cause Sock, y'all gonna get Shador Sanders next year, man, and y'all gonna be all right, bro.
Thomas, y'all was laughing at me when I every year when I see that my team is garbage, I like lose every game. I don't want you to win nothing. And thanks to Worm and his Jets, they made that field goal, which cost us the number 2 seed. They made that field goal, gave us the number 2 seed, and we got Jaden Daniels. So I appreciate Worm and the Jets for doing that.
And you got our coach, our former coach. So
yeah, we got y'all special teams coach.
Worm, man, what's wrong with your internet, bro?
I don't know. All the MTA workers are using it right now.
There's something going on with that.
Wow.
I never thought you need Wi-Fi to cook oxtail.
Wow, wow, I know, man. People at co-op, you better watch. Yo.
That was wrong.
What's so funny is,
What section? What section you in?
After that,
you gotta move. You gotta move to Sock neighborhood, man.
Sock is with all the Sock. What's just mostly in your neighborhood? Don't say Dominicans.
Nah, I'm the only. I never want to be in a neighborhood where there's more than one Dominican. Just me and my wife.
Just
what?
I do not need to. I don't need to listen to loud music on a Wednesday. At 3 in the morning.
Unfortunately, that's what I get here.
I think what the problem is, I think everybody in Worms building is using the same Wi-Fi, so it's knocking people off. I think they're all using the same Wi-Fi.
That's crazy, man. I can't wait to speak to Drew. I'm gonna speak to Drew tomorrow. I can't wait to tell him. He'll probably agree. He'll probably be like, "Yo, he ain't lying." But I'm about to wrap it up. Worm is off the hook, bro. Oh man,
right?
D3, I appreciate you guys, tank, man. This was good, huh?
You look like even a tank.
Oh.
Who?
D3.
Oh, D3. Yeah, he does.
Oh no. This my wife vehicle right here. I'm my vehicle is in the shop, so
it's the beard.
I'm using my wife's vehicle right now.
Yeah,
it's the beard. The beard has that presence.
Yeah, you look intimidating, bro. How many clips you carry?
This is a daggone little Hyundai. What's that? Two. I can't even pronounce the shit.
How many clips you walk around with?
I can't even pronounce the shit.
Yo, he does that. He does that to Brett all the time.
D3 look like one of them dudes in the SWAT on the SWAT show.
Yeah.
Like dog.
Look like he's gonna go kick somebody door down.
You got no gun, no nothing. He just comes with a vest. You don't have a gun?
My gun and everything right here.
Before I get cut off because of the oxtails, I just want to tell you guys you're the best because I'm about to get cut off. There's too much oxtails going on here.
Hey, Worm, tell them Jamaicans to fix you a plate, man.
Oh, I love it. They're the best. They just insult you when they give you the plate. You ain't got no family. You ain't got no bedroom. I'm out. I love you guys, yo. I'll talk to you next week.
All
right, my bedroom.
All right, bro.
Big ups.
Holy shit, this dude, he's crazy, bro. But yo, man, this was good, man. We had a good show. I appreciate Ishay coming on. That was a good conversation we had with Ishay. You know, Ishay. Yo, the one thing I wanted to hear, I'm glad 503 asked. I was gonna ask him, but like, because when we had him before, he always talks about Tank, and I mean, he still said he liked Tank, and that was the way I was gonna ask him because Tank and Ryan, and he don't mess with Tank anymore because of it. But he used to always talk about Tank because he knew people that sparred with Tank in the gym there because, you know, he'd be training out there in Vegas. And he used to say, like, Tank used to be hurting people with 16-ounce gloves and shit. Like he said, you know, so he said, you know, that was pretty cool.
So, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You been saying, Thomas, you gonna get the Dominican heavyweight on, man. My boy Ali, man. When y'all gonna have Ali on the show?
Well, let's talk to Sock, because Sock, you started work with him, right?
Yes.
Is he fighting again this year?
Yes, yeah. Hopefully November 2nd on the undercard of Oshaki Foster.
Keyshawn? Yeah. Oshaki?
Yeah. So it's November
2nd. Is that upstate? Is that upstate New York? They doing it in New York, right?
Yeah, it's like 4 hours from civilization. Yes. That shit is deep.
I like Ali though. When I saw
Columbus,
I like Ali.
Go up.
He said it's surprise. You stupid.
Yeah, I like Ali. I saw him fight like 2 fights ago. I was like, oh damn, I had to write his name down. I was like, man, I never heard of him before. But yeah, he's nice.
A little intel. If anybody watches UFC, his father used to help train the light heavyweight champ in the UFC, Pereira, and they're still
Okay,
like
okay.
in the same camp. His brother was
He got a
with
brother
the,
that fights too, right? He got a
yes,
brother that fights too, right? Okay.
yes, Fernelli Feliz. He's at cruiserweight, so
Oh, he dropped. I thought it was
Okay.
heavyweight. Okay.
little by little, it's a
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
I thought he was heavy. I know he's
it's a
got a few
process.
fights
What
already.
Sock, you be doing strength and conditioning, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's a fighting family, so we'll
Mm.
be fighting November 2nd, and yeah, we could definitely get Ali on. He's a great young man, very humble, low key, U.S. Amateur representative, but decided to go pro instead. But November 2nd, and he's with your people actually from Houston, with James Prince. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I like him. I
We've been trying to.
I like him, man.
We've been saying we're gonna have him for like before he turned pro. Remember, Sock? We was gonna.
Bro, you've been saying, you've been telling me that for like a month. Yeah, bro, we gonna
because I didn't want to.
get Ali. We're gonna get Ali.
So we
No, I
can't.
know. I got his number, and I got
I
his number.
don't think he capping. Yeah, I don't think TD capping. He's just been telling me about it for a minute.
I just wanted to
So
wait
that's why I
until
asked.
Sock. Yeah, until Sock got situated with him because they've been talking for a while, right, Sock? So I didn't want to like ask. I wanted to wait until you started working before I asked him to come on because obviously Sock would be on the show too. You feel me? So that's why I didn't kind of like
right.
talk to him, So, but I've met him a few times. His brother's mad cool too. I got both their numbers, but I wanted to make sure, I didn't, it would have looked weird. So now that Sock's in, then maybe, eventually we'll get him.
Yes.
Yeah, I be seeing y'all boys. Y'all be moving and grooving out there, man. Fucking TD at the fights and shit with Zilly Zhang and shit. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see that. Y'all boys doing y'all thing, man. That's what's up, bro.
My boy Johnny Boy Boxing, who's in the chat, he be at the fights too. He got a good channel too. He gets a lot of interviews. He works with Fight Hype as well. So, he's here in New York too. Real good dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to have him on and just interview him straight up because he knows a lot of people ins and out. He's actually related to Shakur. They're actually cousins as well. So, very interesting story. I'll let him tell it when we have him on. But that's my boy Johnny Boy Box. And then you guys know Clarence. Clarence also be out there getting interviews too, talking to people too.
Moving and grooving too. Yeah.
I'm gonna chill with him tomorrow. He's coming with me to the fight in New Jersey to see Keith Cologne. So it's a small little card, but we rock with Keith Cologne. I've had him on a couple times. He's been on a couple channels already. He's been with Gano Loco. Gano Loco had him on a couple years ago when he was an amateur, as well as BFTV had him on. Stormy had him on. So Keith Cologne's he's making his second pro fight. He's gonna be good. I really think he's gonna be a future star. He fights at featherweight.
He out of New York too, right?
Nah, Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, he's from Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. So he knows Shakur. He sparred with Shakur. He sparred with Amanda Serrano. He's cool with Amanda Serrano. He's got some work over there in Newark, and he's got a lot of connections there. So he's trying to get signed to a big promotion. But right now he's doing well. I believe he sold the most tickets. His father. I was talking to his father yesterday. They sold the most tickets for that show tomorrow, which is a good thing. Because if you could show you could sell tickets, that's a great thing. So hopefully he gets to win tomorrow, as I believe he should. I'll speak to him tomorrow, and then I hope to have him on maybe this week after his fight. So that's another guy. You guys could have on too. You know what I'm saying? 503, because he's a good kid. I don't know if you've seen him before, but he's been on multiple platforms. But real good kid, smart kid, full-time student at Rutgers University. I mean, and boxing. I mean, and remember he was just amateur months ago, right? He turned pro in July, but he was an amateur just pretty much up until June. He fought in the nationals, and and when you're fighting amateurs, it's week to week, right? And you got to stay on weight, And he's going to school, and I mean, so it's a good kid.
Clarence said, Keith just texted him today.
Okay, yeah. He's good people. He just saw his father yesterday because he picked up the tickets from his father yesterday. So, but we're going to go out there tomorrow. So, but anyway, I'm about to get off.
You gonna be at the fights tomorrow, so I know you ain't gonna be watching no college football.
No, what time is the Colorado game? The Colorado game's early or late?
I think it's at night, bro.
Because I don't plan on staying in the whole fight. I think after key fights, I might stay for like 1 or 2 fights and then bounce. So like I think Drew is gonna let me know tomorrow morning if he could go. If Drew goes, we're probably gonna break out early because I told Drew I don't really want to stay for the whole thing. So
well, I know I'll be watching Notre Dame play. I know that much.
They should beat Stanford.
Not watching Notre Dame play.
Yeah, they play Stanford. They should beat them. But I think the big game is Colorado and Kansas State. That's a big game. And what's the other big game? That's another big game tomorrow too.
It's Texas, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. That's a big game too.
Ohio State and Oregon too.
Oh, that's
Oregon.
right.
Yep.
Yeah. At Oregon and Ohio State's favorite too in that game at Oregon. So yeah, that's another big game. Yeah. See, the Oklahoma Texas game is always at 12. I mean, our time. So I'm assuming
the Red River.
Yeah, it's usually 12 if I'm not mistaken.
The Red River rivalry.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I'll be able to watch that. All right, Clarence. I'll see you tomorrow. But
all right,
man,
bro.
We got some good college games tomorrow, man. But you guys, I appreciate you guys. This was good, man.
503, peace. D3.
All right, Sock, man.
Be safe out there.
All right, D3. Y'all boys be safe, man.
Most definitely.
Triple T.
Later, bro.
Champion of the world. Shout out to TD Sports. TD Sports. Let's go, chat.